Okay, peeps, welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use the dividend capture strategy to substantially increase your passive income with these three ETFs. Let's get it. So which three ETFs am I talking about here? Well, it should be obvious based on the screen. I'm talking about TSLY, QQQY, and KLIP, KraneShares China Internet ETF. So reason being is because these have the highest distribution payouts, and they also have I wouldn't say the lowest prices, but they're pretty low. I mean, if we take a look at the prices of all of the YieldMax ETFs, the Defiance ETFs, and the KLIP KraneShares ETF, you can see that TSLY is pretty low on that list. KLIP is pretty low on that list, and we have NFLY and the two Defiance ETFs, which are not really that low, but basically your lowest priced ones right now are TSLY, KLIP, OARC, and NFLY. So I suppose you could do this with NFLY or OARC too if you wanted to, but we're going to use TSLY since that's everybody's favorite. The other reason why I picked these ones is because of the payout. So QQQY currently is paying $1.10 per share. JEPY, which is the sister fund, as you guys can see here, it's the S&P version, pays 90 cents per share. TSLY is currently paying 58 cents per share. We're all hoping basically that it's going to go back up to 80 to 90 cents, which I think it will. Because out of TSLY's history, we've only ever seen two distribution payments that have been less than 80 cents throughout the entire history of TSLY. So it's a pretty high probability that it's going to go back up to that number. So there's that. And you also have KLIP, which the payment has consistently been usually between 80 cents to $1. We had one time that it was 56 cents. We haven't seen that kind of low since, so the consistency is definitely there. So how exactly would you guys go about implementing the strategy? Well, we're going to get into that right now. So we're going to start with the first payer of the month, which is going to be the QQQY. As you guys can see, it's going to pay between the 4th and the 6th. But what's also important here is the ex-dividend dates. So the ex-dividend dates roll between the end of the month to the beginning of the month. And TSLY, or basically any YieldMax fund, you could use this for any YieldMax fund. They all pay out on the same day. They all have the same ex-dividend date. But your payment dates are going to range roughly between looks like the 12th to the 18th. So pretty much the middle of the month. And your X dates will be roughly around the 5th to the 10th. And then for KLIP KraneShares, your payment dates are going to be pretty much right smack dab at the end of the month. And then your X dates are going to be just a few days before that. So let's get into how to do this. So let's just assume that you want to, kind of your overall strategy would be basically to take a portion of your active income. Let's say you make, let's say you make $4,000 a month and you're able to keep $2,000 a month of that. And you're relatively responsible with your expenses. Again, you guys can do what you want to with your own money, but let's just say out of the $2,000 that you get to keep, you put in $1,000 a month towards these different dividend paying ETFs. So basically the idea here is what you want to do is you want to take the money from your active income in order to get the ball rolling. And we're going to pick the next ex-dividend date here, which the ex-dividend date for October has already rolled past. So we would not, okay, so on the calendar month, this would be the first payer. So this would be the one we typically look at. But since we're on the 4th of the month right now, we're going to go over to YieldMax. So basically for the YieldMax ETFs, for TSLY, you would have pretty much today and tomorrow to be able to pick up shares. I can tell you guys right now, if you buy an M1, there is a 1-day waiting period. Typically, they place their trades at about 6:30 in the morning the following day. So if I were to put in a trade today, it would not get placed until tomorrow morning. So if I were to do that, I would only get 1 day of purchases before the X date. But if you were to place those trades on something like Webull or Robinhood, you would be able to place the trade same day. So as soon as you place the trade, you put in a limit order, boom, it's done. You get filled. So from that perspective, you would have 2 days to be able to buy into this fund before the X date. And then you would get paid out on the 16th or the 17th, depending on how much time it takes for them to process your dividend payments. So what you could do here is you could basically either do like a bulk buy. So you wanted to put in $1,000. So theoretically you would put in, you got 2 days to do it, assuming that you can place an order for today on today. You put 500 in today, 500 in tomorrow, or if you don't really want to bulk buy because you're not comfortable buying the dip, you think the market could go lower, that's fine. A safer, more long-term strategy is considered to be dollar cost averaging, where you basically you spread out the amount of money that you're going to put every month into a daily contribution, which is what we're currently doing here. So if you had $1,000 a month, there's 20 trading days in a calendar. There's always 20 trading days in a calendar. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less. But markets are only open Monday through Friday. So you do 1,000 divided by 20, you'd be able to put $50 in every day, assuming you want to do 1,000 a month. So you'd be able to put 50 in today, 50 in tomorrow. You'd have $100 in TSLY, which at the current rates, $14.11 per share. So if you were to do that now, you basically would, and again, this is not financial advice. This is, we're just showing you what we would do. You get 7 shares times 59 cents. So you get a starting monthly payer of $418. You could then take that $418 plus the dollar cost averaging and put it into the next ETF, which would be KLIP. So basically, you would buy TSLY today and tomorrow. Okay, so the X date rolls around. You can no longer contribute for this month's X date. It would be for the next month's X date out on the 8th. But since we're doing the capture strategy, what we would do from this point, we would stop investing in TSLY on the 6th. And because of the way the X dates roll, the way that they work on KLIP and the QQQY, because they're so close together at this point, probably the smarter thing to do would be just to split the contributions between the two in half on a per day basis until you hit those X dates. So I'd basically be putting $25 a day into each fund, 25 into QQQY, 25 into KLIP. And, you could also put the dividends from the YieldMax ETFs into these two, into KraneShares KLIP, and then into QQQY. So you'd pretty much stop investing in KLIP on the 27th, maybe even on the 26th if you want to be early about it. Then you get paid on the 31st. You would stop investing into QQQY on November 1st, and with the expectation of getting paid on the 6th. And then take your combined DCA and your dividends from those two funds. Since you're getting paid on November 6th from QQQY, and you're getting paid on October 31st from KLIP. Let's see here, November 6th. So the contributions would stop basically at November 1st and it looks like October 27th, so pretty much around the end of this month. And then you would pretty much move your DCA amount, the $50 or however much you want to put in, back into YieldMax funds, back into ETF. So you would have, it looks like roughly about 7 to 10 days or so. So you got October 27th here on the X date. So we'll do 27th and the November 6th. So you pretty much get the 27th from, pretty much from the 27th, or we could even say the 1st. I suppose if you really wanted to be real strict about it, we could say the 1st here of November. At that point, you would pretty much stop investing into KLIP and QQQY on November 1st, and that would give you roughly about another week to invest into TSLY. And you pretty much just rinse and repeat this. Just keep on going, pretty much stop investing in TSLY right here, get paid out on the 16th. And then you would invest into KLIP and QQQY into the end of the month, get paid out on the 6th of December from QQQY, and the Looks like, hold on a second here. So November 30th. And so, yeah, January 6th and November 30th would be the next payment dates for QQQY and KLIP. And then you could just rinse and repeat this. And the great thing about this strategy, in case you guys haven't noticed, is you're actually pretty much getting paid out at the start of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month. So if you get paid every 2 weeks from your job, or let's say once a week, maybe you got really lucky and you got the weekly payout, right? You would essentially be getting paid instead of 4 times a month. Now you're going to get paid 7 times a month. Or if you get paid twice a month, now you're going to get paid 5 times a month. Of course, if you own more than one YieldMax fund and more than you own both of the Defiance ETFs, even though they pay on the same day, you're technically getting paid from more than 2 sources. So that's definitely nice. But yeah, if you guys use this strategy, if that's something you wanted to do, if you really wanted to see the snowball effect kick in on your passive income, this would definitely be the way to do it, because you'd get paid at the start of the month from Defiance, you get paid at the middle of the month from the YieldMax ETFs, and you would get paid at the end of the month from KLIP. Or if you didn't want to use KLIP, you could use something else like SVOL or anything else that you can think of. So, I mean, it's basically, instead of getting paid once a month and reinvesting the dividends back into that same exact fund once a month, you would be able to use a combined strategy of reinvesting the dividends and also your active income to really boost the compounding and income growth effect of your funds 3 times a month instead of once. So anyways, hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if all of you are thinking about doing this or what your plans are. If you have any suggestions, let us know. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see y'all later. Peace.